78 emails sent to escalate matters, allegedly ignored. That single claim has shifted the weight of this entire case. The Nashik TCS story was already on the front page. 8 to 9 women conduct allegedly going back to 2022, 9 FIRs, multiple arrests, a special investigation team. Now the question is no longer only what happened inside that office, it is what TCS knew, when it knew it, and what it chose to do. 3 things have emerged since we last reported this, and each one takes the story further than where it was. The special investigation team has moved beyond the complaints. It has seized email complaints, internal chats, and HR communications. A senior manager repeatedly escalated complaints to an HR AGM, who was herself part of the POSH committee, the very body that exists to handle exactly this kind of an allegation. Police are now analyzing 78 additional emails and chats. Forensic extraction is underway. The HR AGM is in custody until the 15th of April, not for questioning, but for digital evidence verification. So if these 78 emails are verified, they become the kind of documented evidence that prosecutors tend to find very useful in court, and also shine a light on the fact that this is a terrible compliance failure at TCS. This case is now running on 3 parallel tracks: police SIT, which is the criminal investigation, district collector, which is the POSH compliance probe, and then the internal inquiry led by COO Aarti Subramaniam. 3 separate systems, all investigating the same ridiculous failure, which rarely happens, as we know, because usually internal systems are meant to prevent this stage entirely. We, of course, have covered this previously, but for those of you who are tuning in and are watching this here for the very first time, here's what the investigation has uncovered so far. 8+ women victims, 9 FIRs registered, multiple arrests including team leads and HR. Allegations include sexual harassment, assault, workplace coercion, even religious pressure, and police now say complaints date back to 2022. But here's what changes everything. Victims claim they used internal channels first as per protocol: emails, HR systems, POSH process. As far as how these very disturbing turn of events came to light, the police ran a 40-day undercover operation. Women officers posed as employees, some as housekeeping staff, entered meetings, monitored behavior internally, which conveys that the authorities did not trust internal systems anymore. This case is now splitting into 2 different narratives. The first one, the crime. The other, which is the corporate governance failure. Former Infosys CFO, Mr. Mohandas Pai, is now calling for accountability inside HR systems. And that is understandable, and it should be done, because if POSH committees receive complaints and nothing happens, the question I want to ask is, who audits the auditors? Because every company runs, as we know, internal committees, HR escalation systems, compliance frameworks. If even one large system displays cracks, the clients will start to ask questions, employees will hesitate, and as a result, the regulators will have to step in. And here, of course, is the front page take. Everything now rests on those 78 emails. If they confirm that complaints were raised, logged, and ignored, TCS will have to have a very different conversation, not just with the courts, with every client, every employee, and every investor watching this case. Please do let us know about your thoughts in the comments below. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Front Page by the AIM Network. Like, share, subscribe, and always remember, think AI, think AIM.